Hi everybody, Chalice here. The date was Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, and we are on a Catalina 30, beginning the sea trial of the boat inspection, which is called the pre-purchase survey. The boat is berthed at Harbortown Marina on Merritt Island in Florida, and that is where we begin this journey. It's a sea trial, but we actually won't be going to sea, you see. We were close though. We were less than 5 minutes from the Atlantic. We are motoring through the entrance and exit channel to the marina and the perpendicular waterways, which you will see coming soon, get you to your slip. Now, up at the front, called the bow, is the selling broker, and the tool bag, or two tool bags up there, they belong to the surveyor. And driving the boat is the boat's owner. See, I want to do like that. This canal we are about to enter was dredged out long ago and cuts through Merritt Island and allows passage between the Indian River to the west and the Banana River to the east, which is where we are headed. We will cross the Banana River to the locks, which stand between the river and the open ocean. There was a bit of a breeze out of the east, an easterly breeze, which was unusual for this time of day. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, so I caught a bit of noise on the camera. So now let's take a look down below while the boat is moving along. There you see the salon, and to the right, or the starboard side, is a settee where you can sit or lay. And to the left, or port side, is where normal people would have their meals and such. But I intend to make that an office. And straight ahead, at the very end, is what's called the V berth. And just before the V berth on the left, or the port side, is the entrance to the head. And now we will be heading there ourselves. That guy you saw is the inspector who's doing the survey. There's your V berth straight ahead, and there's a hatch right here, and up through the hatch there's the bow and the anchor, and we can see where we're going as soon as I set the camera down and lock it. Watch closely on the right, just to the right of this metal pole. It's called a stanchion. You will see a dolphin fin come out of the water. There it is, you see it? Yeah, right there, that was a dolphin fin. Up ahead on the right you can see some construction barges and tugs, and let's go back inside a little bit. What a glare from the sun. Back out of the V berth, and here we're looking at the bathroom, otherwise called the head. There's a nice port light, which is nice to get a little bit of ventilation in the bathroom. And look, looking out the port light, you can see another pontoon boat motoring down the canal. Not a lot of room in these heads. The other way, there's the kitchen called the galley, where the surveyor is standing. look out the window and see the water. You're right on the water. You're in the water. And as you can tell, the plexiglass needs a little bit of cleaning, but considering everything else, I'm okay with that. Looking to the port side of the boat, you can see the other side of the canal through the windows. Better look at the galley. The sink. It's a double sink, and a nice countertop area, and some electrical equipment there. That's going to have to move because I intend to put a refrigerator there. And now we are out of the canal and into the Banana River, heading straight for the locks. We're heading pretty much due east, and if you way off in the distance you can see a profile or an outline of that is a cruise ship, an actual cruise ship, which you will see better as we get closer. And just a little bit to the right there, which is would be called the starboard bow. You see the bridge. That's the bridge, the State Road 528 bridge. That goes across the river from Merritt Island to Cocoa. We are now much closer to the locks, and they're to the right, and the starboard bow again. We're coming upon the waiting area for the locks. If the locks aren't open, so you have to wait for them to open. You can call and ask for them to open, but they'll open when they see that there's a boat waiting or several boats waiting. And then you can see off to the front left, which would be called the port bow, is you can see the outline of the cruise ship a little better. That was the broker who was talking, and he was saying we got a green light. That shows it's clear to enter the locks, to this side of the locks, and there's like a traffic light in the distance that you can see when you're out there, but you can't see it very well through this camera. So when the light is green, then it's okay to enter the lock, and you can see the rush of water coming from the lock into the river as these gates open. And you can see to the left and right, the gates are open and the water is flowing right out, and we're going right in. Typically, this is on a Wednesday. Typically, it's pretty crowded here. You would have several 5, 8, 10, sometimes as many as 15 boats waiting, or 20, however, on weekends. It gets very busy here on the weekends. And this whole lock area we're about to enter, all up and down here, that's where you hang on to the wall, and you put your boat there, you hang on to the wall while the water rises and falls, which here is only about a foot. But this is very long, so you can have several boats lined up here. And what happens is the operator of the lock will monitor how many boats are entering, and at some point he'll just start saying nobody else can enter. So right here we're about to catch on to this wall here, and we'll just hold on with some lines attached to their cleats on the walls, on the rails over there, and we'll just hold on to it and keep the boat from banging into these are fiberglass pieces there, So we'll just stay right here and move up about a foot or maybe less. Not a whole lot of movement in water. So the gate is opening on the other side of the lock, and you can see water flowing through the open gate. And straight ahead is the ocean. There's nothing between us and the ocean except this bridge we will be coming across, getting to shortly. But straight through here is, and this wall here on the right again, that's where if you're coming back the other way, the boats will hang out here on the wall waiting for the gates to open, and then we'll come through here. The you see there's what happens here. You see a lot of pelicans and other birds here. They're here to feed because a lot of times fish and such will be trapped in the, inside the lock. So it's kind of like it's kind of, you know, a captured audience for the birds there, and they just, you know, have their pick. So it gets very busy with waterfowl, and there were actually we saw a couple of dolphins chasing the fish as well. You can see we are approaching this bridge, and obviously is too low for this boat with the 40, almost 50-foot mast. So this bridge will open, but what the broker is going to do is get on the handheld radio and call the bridge on channel 16 and request for the bridge to open. And so we wait for the bridge to request for the approved. It took a few minutes for all the requests to go down line, but you can see now that the bridge is opening, and it takes I didn't time it, but a minute or two to open fully. And then you don't want to go too soon because it's rather tight. The bridge will open farther, so you just wait till it gets all the way open before you really get into it. So we're starting to head through the bridge, under the bridge. You can see there are like three separate spans, and we'll go right through this opening. Now that the bridge is fully open, we're going through, and there's quite a breeze coming off the ocean. The ocean is just right out there, so we get the breeze directly off the ocean. And there you see how tall the mast is going through these spans. There's a bright sun, and back down to water level, and straight ahead you can see that opening between two land masses. That's the ocean. That's the Atlantic Ocean. And over on the right, the starboard bow, you see a lot of masts up here. That's in a marina called Cape Marina, and that's where we will be going to haul out the boat and look at the bottom of the boat. And now we are in the waterway. You can see boats to the left and right in their slips, heading straight for the crane that will lift us out. The haul out crane. And basically what it is you see there, it's kind of like an H, and it got straps, goes down beneath the water, and will go under the hull and pull the boat up out of the water. It's really one of the neatest things you'll to see. And what the broker was confirming you heard a little bit ago, was whether to move into this crane, bow in like we are going, or stern in, which is going backwards into it. So a lot of helpers to get the boat arranged right on the straps. You saw the straps. They covered it in paper so that the straps wouldn't scratch the paint on the bottom of the boat. Now they're pulling on the straps to make sure they're positioned and aligned properly. So pulling on the straps, the boat is lifting. The boat is lifting right now, just a little bit. And that guy you saw walking down on that lower dock, he's going to check to make sure that the straps are properly clear of the fin, of the keel that's underneath the water. The crane is moving us towards the inn here, right off the front, the nose of the boat, and that's where when we exit the boat before it's fully out of the water, we'll go up that way and get off the boat onto that little piece of land right there. That's where we will exit the boat. Once he is fully positioned. We are somewhat rocking in these straps. As we move towards the wall, I will thank everybody for watching, and that'll be the end because the battery went dead on this camera, and the cable for the charger didn't fit right. So this will be the end. Thank you for watching.